why Real Estate Game Changers, specifically this channel, this show? What are we looking to achieve by coming together and putting out this content?
Yeah, so for this channel specifically, Real Estate Game Changers, what I was hoping to accomplish, and I think we kind of align on this, is that we wanted to create really a show, being this live show now, and also a YouTube channel and podcast off of it, where we could just provide transparent and real, raw training, coaching, insights, provide inspiration through what we've all been able to accomplish. And like you already mentioned, like help others avoid the mistakes that we all made. And it's in our heart, I think, all of our hearts, to help agents create financial independence, financial freedom, whatever you want to call it, so that they can eventually just get off that transaction treadmill, or at least slow down a little bit. I know when we were all selling at a high level, it was like you had to sacrifice some things. And I think agents sacrifice too much for too long. And it can destroy marriages. It can destroy relationships with your kids. It's like, we only have this one life, and to spend 20, 30 years in a career where you're just grinding 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and then not even have anything to retire on, that's really sad. So we think the content that we're putting out and what we've all been able to accomplish and help others accomplish is the solution to that tragedy of the real estate industry. It's broken, and it's our mission to fix it. And I think we're off to a good start.
I think It's also going to help too in this market that we're in too, right? So everything's going to feel very fast to people right now, as people maybe haven't been doing the right things in their business, and all of a sudden the market's going to expose those areas. It's going to feel very fast to people that are in the field trying to make it work, trying to make ends meet. And, I think our coming together stories are really unique in the sense that they're all very different. Lars being in corporate America already, AJ, you kind of having a clear path before you step foot in the industry, me kind of falling into the industry. We all have very unique stories, but the three of us are extremely aligned when it comes to what our impact and purpose is, and also how we're leveraging our real estate businesses for our families and for our neighborhoods and our organizations. But right now it's going to feel dire, and it's going to feel urgent. So I think us doing this weekly show, talking about what is going on out there in real times from three different perspectives, is going to really help people.
Yeah. And I'll add one, and I'll kind of steal this from AJ. When I built my business, I built it with two freedoms in mind, specifically two freedoms. So it was, I learned early on that if you're a busy agent, you don't have time. So you're working evenings and weekends. You're working when you don't want to work. And you may have financial, not even freedom, right? Because you're the only person. It's kind of like real estate. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a gym where they have those treadmills that are a little bit curved, but they have no motor. And so they only move if you are, and they're hard to freaking move. Like, you can kill yourself on this, like, feels like 1,000,000 pounds that you're trying to, that's real estate. If you get off of the real estate transaction treadmill, the thing stops and there's no money coming in. So I chose the path of systems and leverage, and how can I, delegate, so I can make leveraged income, but certainly not anywhere close to passive or residual, right? Because then you got more people in your life. But the third freedom, and this is what I was a little bit stubborn on, we've sort of been in each other's worlds for, probably 10 years, going on 10 years, something like that. I didn't quite get the third one, is location freedom. So John said it, we're going to help you guys get through this market. And this is going to be the kind of market, NAR, National Association of Realtors, they themselves say that 30% of the roster won't exist. So 1 out of 3 agents won't be in business. It may be a little bit worse than that. So we're going to help you tactically get through all that, even in this launch episode.
Lars, too, it's also worth mentioning, there's no shame in that. Like, you and I were tagged on a communication this morning, and somebody who's extremely successful in real estate is saying this is one of the hardest periods I've ever gone through. So, I think that we can't have our head in the sand about it, and then we got to get really proactive right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'll just drop the third freedom. So the big vision we have for folks that kind of get a little bit more into our world is that there is time freedom, there is money freedom. And ultimately, and to John's point, it may not be today, but we want you guys to have a vision where there is location freedom, where you don't have to be just like on vacation working deals or sweating that you're losing income because you're taking vacations. So that's the big picture vision for this channel. Everything that Real Estate Game Changer stands for is time freedom, money freedom, and location freedom.